guys, it's Felicia again. So today I'm back with a tutorial on date night look. Yay, date night. So if you guys have been diligently watching our videos, you would know that Mia just uploaded her night out kind of makeup routine as well. But I guess each person's different and obviously different features. This doesn't mean that it has to be with the boyfriend necessarily. It could be with like girlfriends, or like if it was your boyfriend, it could be like 20 years after, 2 days after. But if you wanted to find out a first date kind of makeup, it's kind of different because you want to look a bit more natural in yourself. So check that out on my channel if you want to go look at that. But for today, this is more of a smoky nighttime inspired look. So like if you guys were going to movies and dinner, perfect combination. This is kind of what I would usually wear. Something more dramatic and like it looks really good in photos if you're going to be taking photos as well. If you guys want to know how I got this look, just keep watching. So to start, I'll be using some of this Cover FX Calming Primer. It just makes your skin like smooth and the foundation that you're going to put on top of it look a bit better on the skin. For foundation, I'm going to use my L'Oreal True Match, which is my favorite foundation. Only because the coverage is really good, the consistency, and it's really blendable. You don't always need to spend like $1 million on good foundation to get, you know, a good one. And then really work it in there and buff it into the skin for the most like natural look. And then remember to run it down the neck as well, so you don't have like a separation of face and neck. So now that you have your foundation on, I'm just gonna go and conceal the rest of my pimples and whatnot with my Nars Creamy Concealer. And if you guys haven't tried this, it's like one of my favorite concealers because as the name suggests, it's really creamy, so it's really easy to blend out, but the pigmentation is also really high coverage. Under the eye, as you guys know, I love this combo right here. The Rimmel Wake Me Up and the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm gonna assume it's kind of like a dinner date, and I want it to be kind of really sculpted and perfected skin, and also just have that really like highlight and contour look just for that extra dimension. And for photos as well, set everything down with the Nars translucent powder. I'm gonna go in now with my favorite contour palette. As you guys know, it's the Kat Von D Shade and Light, and I'm just gonna brighten up the under eye with Lyric and use these shades here, Subconscious and Shadow Play, to bronze up the skin and also start to contour. So if you were to run a line from the tip of the ear to the end of the mouth, all along here, that's just where you want to keep your contour colors, just under the cheekbones. And you can make a fish lip, or you can like, you know, whatever helps you define that area so you can see a bit more. Any double chin action, just run some under the chin. To further define that contour line, I'm taking this Real Techniques contour brush, and just sculpting that out a little bit more. And this just works really well for photos because it'll give you that nice sculpted look. So I just went ahead and did my eyebrows because you've seen it a million times. Before I put on blush, I'm going to do my eyes. I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre and spreading it all over the eyelids. Eye primer's on. I'm just going to set that all down with a neutral bone color, and I'm just taking it from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, and it's this one here. And this will just like set the eye primer that you just put on and make all the shadows that you put on top of that easier to blend. I'm going to highlight under the eyebrows, adding a bit of this pearly white shade under the eyebrows. It's just going to add a bit more definition to your eyes and really bring out the brow bone. As a crease color, I'm going to go back into the Too Faced palette and just use this one right here, which is like my go-to crease shade because it's a really warm kind of peachy brown. It's perfect just for that socket area. With a fluffy brush, just pop it into the socket. from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm gonna take this MAC 217 brush. It's a bit more tapered and like thinner type of thing. And I'm going to take my Anastasia Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. I think this just came out. And it has a really nice selection of colors. And I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It's a chocolate color called Fudge. Put that into the crease and define it a little bit more in little circular motions. So you wanna kind of extend it past the edge of your outer corner, just to extend the eye a little bit, and then drag it all the way to the inner corner as well. And this will give you like a more deep set eye, so it doesn't look as flat. So go back in with a fluffy brush, and with no extra color or extra eyeshadow, just blend those two colors together. Because it's important to make sure there's like no harsh lines when it comes to a really smoky eye. Now I'm gonna go in with my MAC eyeshadow, and this one's in Satin Taupe. If you guys don't know already, it's one of MAC's like most popular eyeshadows, because in different lights it can come off a bit more brown, it can also come off a bit like taupey, like purple color. So I'm gonna pat this all over the lid. And then connect it to Fudge, where we put that dark brown just in the crease. I'm gonna take this Smashbox primer water, and you can use like eye drops, or you can use a face mist or anything like that, and just spray your brush. And then go back and dip it into the shadow. And then again, just go over the eyelids. So now, just to emphasize and accentuate the outer corners, take any black shade, and today I'll be using this one from the Anastasia palette called Noir. Get a dome-shaped eyeshadow brush, just so it kind of precisely goes into that socket area. When you're using black, take a little bit at a time, because it's really easy to just like slap on a whole lot of black, and it's the hardest thing to get rid of, and it'll be really hard to blend. Taking a little bit at a time, slowly press it into the outer corner, just so you kind of know where you want the black to go. When you have an idea of where that shadow should be, go in with a little bit more and start building it up. And then creating a slight V and winging it out. Okay, so when you've put the black down, make sure you go back in with either a clean brush or what you used to put on Satin Taupe with, so this tapered MAC 217, and blend in the black with the previous shadows we put on. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm gonna go back into Fudge, and this creates a really nice shadow and also makes the eyes look bigger. I think a lot of people think that if you put anything on the lower lash line, it just like closes the eye in. That's only the case if you don't blend it out and it's like a stark line type of thing, but if you blend it out and kind of fade it, then this gives you that really smoky effect. This is optional, but you could also take a tiny bit of that black and put it on the outer third of the bottom lash line, so just this area here. If you take this black too far, it'll seem as though you have like kind of sad panda looking eyes, so you don't want to blend it too far down. I'm gonna take this really pretty rose gold color from the Anastasia palette again, and it's called Pink Champagne, and it's got these really pretty silvery gold flecks throughout it, just to put on the inner corner of the eye. And by putting on an inner corner eye highlight like this, it really opens up the eye and makes you seem like more awake, and especially for smoky eyes where everything's kind of like dark and brown and black, it's nice to have that extra dimension. For eyeliner, today I'll be using the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and we're gonna make a pretty dramatic wing for this. So what I like to do is just start from the outside, wing it out to roughly where you want it to end, and then from the tip I'll bring it back in and then join it to the inner corner. And then all you have to do is color it in. I'm gonna tie it together with the bottom lash line by putting a brown eyeliner pencil. So usually I don't like to use black because it can come off a bit too harsh. And so from the inner corner to to the outer corner. And then kind of joining it to that wing. And then after you do that, you want to go back in with the pencil brush or any small kind of more tapered brush and then just softly blend that out a little. I'm going to put on some really fluttery glamorous lashes. So today I'll be using these Ardell 105 lashes in black. So these are the lashes on. And they're really pretty and they kind of like give the eyes more of a shadow, especially on the outer corner. After that, you want to just coat your real lashes and the fake ones together so that they blend as one. So for blush today, I think I'm going to take this Nars Gabardine palette, use this one. So it's like a really nice pink with little gold flecks in it, and then just kind of pat that along the cheeks. You don't really want two separate lines of like pink and brown type of thing. You want them to look like they transition into each other. So if you ever put too much blush on or you think it's like a bit too intense, go in with like a fluffy brush and just kind of sweep that over and blend both of them together. And just to highlight, I'll be taking this one, Albatross, and just dusting that on the cheekbones and the nose and the Cupid's bow. So for lips, I'm going with kind of a girly pink kind of neutral color. So first I'm gonna line it with MAC In Anticipation. It won't budge, so you can eat all the food in the world you want and your lips will still stay on. And then kind of just color it in. Once that's on, I'm gonna take this Kevyn Aucoin lip and cheek palette, go into this end color here and just put it all over the lips. Because we have, you know, all these kind of layers on our face, you want to just set it all down and make it look as natural as possible. So I'm going in with the Smashbox primer water. Okay guys, this is the finished look. This is typically kind of what I would gravitate to towards like a date night. I would probably stay away from wearing this for a first date because you'd probably scare the boys away, you know, too much cake. But I think if you get to know someone and you can, you know, obviously be more self-expressive and kind of experiment, then you should go ahead, do that. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also remember to check out my channel if you want a tutorial on a first date kind of look, which is, you know, more natural. It's more like me but better kind of look. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!